At night, during their bedtime routine, I would ask them what 3 feelings they felt during that day. No feeling too big or too small, and what was going on when they felt those feelings.
Well, just based off what we found when we were doing follow-ups, talking with family and friends, that we knew that he was familiar with the area. It's not the first time he'd been up there.
What if the person you trusted most was the one you should have feared all along? May 30th, 2025. School just let out for summer. 3 little girls, Payton, 9, Evelyn, 8, and Olivia, 5, ran into their father's arms for a weekend visit. Ice cream, a trip to the park, movie night. They were supposed to be home by dinner, but they never came back. 3 days later, their bodies were found in a shallow forest clearing, zip-tied, suffocated, left in silence. Their father, Travis Decker, the man who picked them up, had vanished, without a trace. Who is Travis Decker? A war hero, a devoted dad, or a monster hiding in plain sight? To understand how we got here, we have to go back, not just to the custody battle, not just to the day of the pickup, but back to who Travis was before everything unraveled. Travis grew up in Eastern Washington, quiet kid, strong, the type to help neighbors with yard work and win track meets on weekends. After high school, he joined the National Guard, 2 tours in Afghanistan. His fellow soldiers said he was fearless, sometimes too fearless. He volunteered for the most dangerous missions, but when he came back in 2018, he wasn't the same. His wife, Whitney, noticed it right away. The man who used to laugh in the kitchen and sing to the girls before bed now slept in the garage, saying the house felt too exposed. He stared at walls, started skipping meals, woke up screaming. He refused help, didn't trust the VA, said therapy was for the weak. The military taught him how to survive, but not how to come home. Still, he loved his daughters. He lived for them. Camping trips every weekend, teaching them to build fires, catch fish, purify river water. But even that had a dark edge. One winter, Payton showed up to school with frostbite. Another time, Olivia said they slept outside because tents are too easy to spot. In 2023, Whitney filed for divorce. It wasn't pretty. Travis fought her on everything: custody, assets, visitation. Eventually, Whitney was granted full custody. Travis got supervised visits, but he kept arguing that supervision was unnecessary. And then came that Friday, May 30th, 2025, 2:15 p.m. Travis pulls into Whitney's driveway. He's wearing a clean shirt, smiling. He even brings her flowers, something he hadn't done in years. He promises to bring the girls back by 8 p.m., but by 8:30, there's no sign of them. At first, Whitney brushes it off. Maybe they lost track of time, maybe traffic, maybe his phone died. But by 10:15 p.m., she calls the police. And that's where the system failed, because technically, Travis was a custodial parent. He had visitation rights, so no Amber Alert, no statewide search, no media blast. In the eyes of the law, it wasn't a kidnapping. The next morning, Whitney shows up alone to the girls' school 5K run. Their names are called. Silence. That's when the panic turns to terror. Police begin tracking Travis's last known movements. His truck, a white GMC Sierra, was last seen heading north toward the Cascade Mountains. June 2nd, 3:02 p.m. That truck is found near Rock Island Campground, recently parked. Inside, fast food wrappers, empty water bottles, and a torn stuffed bunny. Officers follow a trail down into the woods. 300 yards into the trees, they find it. A quiet, hollow clearing. The girls had been zip-tied, suffocated, left under pine needles and moss. No signs of struggle, no noise, just stillness. A place their father once called his peace place. And Travis? Gone. No footprints, no tire marks, no sightings. It was like chasing smoke. But investigators believe he's still alive. Why? Because Travis wasn't just a soldier, He was trained in field evasion. He knew how to disappear, how to fake tracks, how to stay invisible. Over the following weeks, tips poured in. A man buying supplies at a gas station near Leavenworth. A hitchhiker spotted near Lake Chelan. Campers hearing someone move at night, just beyond flashlight range. Every time the trail went warm, it went cold again. It's like trying to catch a ghost. Court documents later revealed chilling patterns. Travis once kept the girls in a bunker for 48 hours to toughen them up, taught them to forage for bugs and roots, told Payne cities were poison, that one day they'd live off-grid forever. Whitney had begged for a psychological evaluation. She brought journals, audio clips, even drawings from the girls. The court said it wasn't enough. This wasn't just a mental health crisis. This was a system that refused to see the red flags. The town of Wenatchee went into mourning. Vigils lit up the parks. The elementary school held a memorial, one balloon released for each girl. Pink, purple, blue. Over $1.1 million was raised for mental health outreach. The school now has full-time grief counselors. The girls were smart, funny, sweet. Evelyn wrote poems about animals. Olivia was learning violin. Payne loved stars. She wanted to work at NASA. They made the world lighter just by being in it. Whitney, now an advocate, is pushing for new laws, what she calls Travis laws. Mandatory psychiatric evaluations in custody battles involving PTSD or abuse claims. If it saves even one child, she says, then it's worth every breath I have left. As of today, Travis Decker is still missing. Maybe he's hiding in a cave, eaten alive by guilt. Maybe he's changed his name, blending into a crowd somewhere. But the FBI hasn't closed the case, and neither has Whitney. This wasn't just a tragedy, this was preventable. 3 innocent lives were stolen. A mother was left with ashes and echoes, and the system, built to protect them, stood by. If you know anything at all, please, call the U.S. Marshals, submit a tip, stay anonymous, but speak. And if this story moved you, share it. Don't let the world forget them, because silence isn't peace, it's permission.